Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy Hot. Thanks for tuning in to Grotto Fast on Two Wheels. All right, you already know I'm back. So, just want to thank you for those of you who already started voting. Before I even explained why. So, if you see my other video, I told you I have a court case where I'm getting good sum of money coming in. It's a decent amount of money in America. Enough to get a good motorcycle. Over here, it's a lot of money. So, just gonna wait for that car to go by a little bit. So, I was debating because I was gonna get like a MacBook Air, uh, spec it out a little bit and do gaming, like maybe Friday or something like that on the channel. But then I got this court case that came through, and I'm like, oh, I got a big sum of money now. So now the next thought I had was, I can always get that later. It's not it's not like I can't get that with regular money. The plan was to get that with regular money anyway. But I was thinking maybe I should just take that money and invest in a new bike. And I know you're like, wait a minute, but Hot, you always said the Motorstar is great for the Philippines. Yes, it's still great for the Philippines. Reason why I'm thinking about getting another bike is, one, I'm a die-hard Yamaha fan. I love the Yamaha. I loved the Yamaha when I was in America, and that love just grew more. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And the Motorstar is great. The Motorstar was a very big fish in a small pond back in back in Lake Cebu, where I met my wife. No one had sports bikes over there. I was only one. She was king of the road. Most of the bikes over there is 250. 250. 125 cc's. Being a 250, it was smoking them. But now I'm in this rich gated community. And if you look at some of the videos where I'm riding around the neighborhood, and if you look closely in people's yards, you're gonna see Harley Davidsons, you're gonna see Yamahas, you're gonna see Hondas, you're gonna see a whole bunch of the big Ford name brands, and including the Harleys and the I think I saw an Indian over here too. In fact, the guy up the block from me, I would spin the camera to show you. He has a Harley. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a Harley. It's just one of the small ones. I just drove by. I wasn't really looking to pay attention, but he keeps it covered, so I can't spin the camera and show you. So I see all this to say, I'm in a rich gated community right now, and I'm not representing the right way. Like y'all get on me when I don't shave. Oh, you gotta represent us better. You need to shave. Stop being lazy. This is another representation. There's me and my brother. We're splitting the house. Okay, so black family house, right? Right across the street from me, literally right here. I found out a few days ago. That's another black family. But her husband still works in America, so he goes back and forth. So I haven't met the husband yet, but I met the mixed kids. I haven't seen any other black families yet, so we're kind of not too many so far. But it's a big area. I haven't met everyone, but the ones that I have met, no other black families, and all the other families that do have motorcycles, like I said, big name bikes. So I got this chance now with this money coming in to not only give my wife 200,000 pesos to, start up building up the house over in Lake Cebu, but to get either a brand new, pay attention, a brand new R3 2025 or a used R7. It really depends on, because I'm looking around, see who got what. So I'm like, what the channel want to see that? Like, I want y'all to help me make my decision. I mean, the way I feel right now, the bike, I think I'm definitely want to get the bike. But if I see an overwhelming say, oh, I don't, y'all don't want to see me to reveal a new bike, y'all want me to start gaming on the channel, then I'll have to give it some thought. But right now, I'm really looking forward to gaming. I mean, gaming to getting a real, you know, a real Yamaha. Because those of you who are new to the channel, I just slapped Yamaha on this bike. This is the Motorstar. I'm just faking the fun. And look, that's what they do over here. Once we get to Motorstar, for those you don't know, they either make it look like a Ducati or they make it look like a Yamaha. And that's what I did. Okay, I'm just winning room kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, okay, I want my real Yamaha. I'm just saying. And what would I do with this? So, I'm a nice guy. I asked our brothers, hey, would y'all want, if I get a new bike, I might give this to one of y'all. Would y'all want it? They all said, hell no. Why? Because if y'all remember, those of you who subscribe to my channel, her oldest brother, well, one of her oldest brothers, I let him ride it, and within 5 minutes he crashed. And he turns out to be the best rider in the family. And the fact that he couldn't handle this beast scared away all the rest of them. So if I do get a new bike, which I kind of want to, I'm just gonna have to have two bikes. And the club is still up and running. I'm literally just waiting for the other foreigners to get here. Like my brother was supposed to been over here, but he still works in America. He does contract work, and he just got another contract to make more money, so he's staying a little bit longer. He won't be here till September. So just gotta wait. And I'm waiting for the other foreigners. Every time they say they're gonna come here, they keep pushing it back. So, but when they do come here, this could be their training bike. You know what I'm saying? This could be the bike that, they get on and they can practice. Because my brother was gonna get a Motorstar, but once I told him, look, I'm thinking about getting the R3 or use R7, he said that, well, if you're getting that, I'll get a Ninja. So, keeping that in mind, I'm quite sure the other foreigners might say the same thing. Oh, well, if you're gonna get a big name, I'm gonna get a big name, kind of thing. So, she will just be like used for like, training bike. And I know some of y'all like, hey, what about your wife? Are you gonna get her a scooter, or why don't she drive this? Yeah, she decided she's a princess. She doesn't wanna. She doesn't want to ride. She wants to be a backpack princess. That's what she wants. So she either ride behind my bike, or we might get a car later on. Once the family get bigger. But yeah, she doesn't want a home bike anymore. All right, so I think the title of this video is going to be speed test. So we are going to do a speed test for those of you who clicked the video for that reason. I just wanted to get that out the way of the explanation of the vote that I have on here, And also, I'm sorry, let me just go back a little bit. I want to address the some of the guys that said, dude, why are you turning your channel into a motor vlog? You could just make a separate channel for that. Okay, here's the thing. My channel has always been about my life, okay? So this is just part of my life. I believe a motor vlog is all about motorcycles. My channel's still all about my life. It's not all about motorcycles. Like I record when me and my wife is at the mall. I record whatever we do. Sometimes it's just us being around the house talking crap and have company, It's not all about motovlog. Honestly, I'm mostly on the bike maybe once or twice a week, the most, So yes, I have motorcycle as the main picture and everything, but that's because for some reason that attracts more traffic. And as much as I love filming and getting paid for it. All right, so let's do a speed test. All right. That was the 0 to 60 test. Um, did it a few times, but I know I'm only gonna show you once probably. And yeah, from 1 block radius, I was only able to get her to go 40 kilometers. I couldn't even get to the top gear. I was trying to shift the gears, but once I got to a car length of the end of the block, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. Slam the brakes. It's time to stop, because you don't want to fly out and just happen to be a scooter that doesn't make noise or something that just happened to be coming through and So I just did like a 1 block radius and 40 kilometers. That's all I can get on a 0 to 60 test. So she don't start too fast, I guess. It's not a fast start for real. I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of the bikes I had in America, that's first gear. And I only got her to go to 4th gear. I couldn't even get to 5th gear by the time I got to the end of the block. Now the R3, if I'm not mistaken, I'll put up on the screen. I believe that one has 49 horsepower, and I believe this only has 21 horsepower. So big difference, big difference. And we're not even going to calculate the R7. We already know that's smoking both of them. But just to give you an idea, if you need something that's going to pull off really fast, yeah, she's not going to pull off really fast, but she does start to build up momentum speed as we go. And if you've seen my other videos when I'm on the highway, in fact the video of me coming over here, the van was going pretty fast and she was able to keep up, but it's not a race bike, not a race bike at all. It looks like one, not a race bike. So that's the 0 to 60 test for the Motorstar. If you're on a budget like I was, and you're trying to save money, yes, I highly recommend this. You know what I'm saying? But if you have the extra money, it doesn't hurt your budget, then and you're going to live in a rich neighborhood, then yeah, no one's putting the pressure on me but me, and I feel pressure to get a name brand bike while I'm over here. But that's only because I can comfortably do it now. If I didn't have this big sum of money coming in, then I'll lean with it, rock with it with the Motorstar, But since I have the opportunity, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Some of the neighbors coming out, so hope I didn't piss them off too much. I mean, this little test run was only about 10 minutes, maybe. Come on, don't start complaining. Okay, good. They're going somewhere. I just was coming out to say something to me. I'm like, yo, it's over, man. I'm off the bike already. I just testing something out. All right, so I know you did by now, but hey, you might have forgotten. So like the video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so the next time I upload a video, you don't miss it. And share. We're trying to get the numbers of the channel up. And please vote. Go on the poll and let me know, are you excited? Would you want to see me reveal a R3 or R7 and ride around here with some of the other locals that have the big bikes? Because to be honest, me and my wife seen we was going to the mall to do some shopping, was in a cab. I hear boom, 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 boom. I look back in the mirror and there was 2 Yamahas, black and a blue one. Both of them Filipino guys, not foreigners. I was surprised. Because most of the guys seen here is foreigners, but there are some foreigners that do buy motorcycles for their wife's brother. So maybe it was a gift. I don't know. We don't know the situation. But the point is, they had real Yamahas, not a bike with a Yamaha sticker. And so I thought of immediately, oh man, I gotta find out who these guys are. Maybe we could ride around, And I honestly wasn't thinking, man, I shouldn't pull up on this. I should pull up on a real Yamaha and we'll roll with them. It was my brother who's in America working right now who said, I don't think that's a smart idea. you're not riding one of the big four. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Because if y'all seen my other video, traffic here, there's no stretch of road where you're really gonna be like pushing the engine to the max. At least that I seen over here. Maybe they might know something different. Now, when they rolled past, I couldn't see which bike it was. They must. I think they took the stickers off, so they might have been both R3s. They look too small to be R1s, so I'm thinking they was both R3s. There's a lot of R3s in the Philippines. So, all right, that's the video. Hot out.